So I'm just taking a look at the plants. This is pink stripes. I moved it out of the greenhouse and have looked at these. I think this one's a success. With the others, probably failed, but we will see. I want it in the rain now to make sure that the flower buds do not dry up. Over here, Fast 12. It's an amazing plant. Yeah, but I'm not sure if we will get seeds here. This one here doesn't look bad. Seen a lot that have failed just from the rain, from the hot weather, from the heat. Now it has rained tonight, but the week was a nightmare. It was absolute, like, really in a desert. It felt the air felt not breathable, and yes, I've seen a few flower buds that have dried up, just crumbled up. But everything that was here is okay. They always get the morning dew, and it helps with the flower buds. Tonight I was out here, and there were animals, like big ones, on the trees or around the trees. And it was sounding like a raccoon or something like that. Little bit laughing like. I had suspected it could have been like a ferret. Ferrets. It must have been two because they were talking to each other. And it was very loud and they were making loud noises here. They came through this. Everything's trampled on. So it must have been a heavy animal. Yeah. And I saw them coming. I recorded. I also recorded the call, but I listened to the video afterwards and I couldn't hear it anymore in the recording, but I tried to record it, and yeah, it was weird. I had to go inside because they appeared to come from me. So I mean, it was probably small. I mean, a ferret isn't big, but they are feisty. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna just go, let it be. And yeah, tonight maybe I'll go out again just to look what I've seen, what was there. Everything's been raining so heavily that everything is hanging down. A few trees have broken off. Here I need to do grass removal. Yeah, but the plants look great. We did a good job. Good season prep work. Look at this. Echinopsis glauca opening up. So, and the other one was a success. I've seen. That was pink stripes, I think. So that would be great. Yeah, and I'm not sure what we will use here. Maybe something like claw. Could do the pollination. Very fertile plant. Yeah, more in here. These are two different plants. This one and this is one, but it's the same thing, same species. Probably the same clone too. Yeah. I had put out a little bit of water for the animals in the last days. It was unbearable. I just on my walk to the mailbox, I found 3 bumblebees that were lying there. So I put out water wherever I could, and in little like trinkets and all. And yeah, now it rained tonight. It came down really with power. Yeah, over here I want to clear the area. I need to move the plants away so I can mow the area. Or maybe the neighbor. This one needs to go inside. Flower buds. And this is Gräsers Erfolg and Selbstbestäubung, I think. And this is Gräsers Erfolg and Selbstbestäubung and Cantora. Save, and looks like it might actually be flowering, so that's great. Over here I have to move them to humid here. This is just next year. We will have the area cleared of the trees, but right now we cannot do it because of the bird protection and all. I love the birds, so we'll wait until the, like, I don't know how to say, the timeout is over, and then we'll take them down. I usually try to move them in the rain after the pollination. Feel like that gives them a little bit of power. So let's see in here. This one was a success. Oh, this is anemone, and I need to move this out of the rain. Entry door still rainy. So this is Isla del Sol. That's looking pretty good. Later I will take good photos for the books. This could be a new species. I mean, look at it. This isn't pre-jazzy. At least not. If it belongs to pre-jazzy, it is a very, very distant regional form, because it is very unique. Yeah, Macrogonus. Just the brown spines they are talking from. Maybe. Yep. I think we're losing the second flower. Looks like it might fall off. Yeah, doesn't have a lot of roots yet. This is a rooted tip cut. I had to remove it from the rootstock last year because it had an infection from the drip water. So I put it in a pot and rooted it, and it has roots now. It had enough roots to flower, but then when it's really getting hot like we have, then they can drop all the flower buds. Even at this late stage, it isn't so common, but apparently it happens, because this doesn't look like it's opening. I mean, if it's opening, it definitely looks like this. This is Rio miscensis, and I need to like turn it around now a little bit, just so there's more space for the flower. Just worried it breaks off, because this could break off, and it would be bad when it happens when it's flowering. So I'll probably try to rearrange it. Flowering pretty close to Isla del Sol. Yep. Okay. Yeah, looks pretty whitish, right? So I could see this. It's definitely close to pre-jazzy. I mean, that is clear. Here the two Validus pollinations. Validus, Gräsers Erfolg and Selbstbestäubung. Another Gräser hybrid. This one's flowering. Hopefully soon. A lot of stuff to do. Need to move this one away from the window so it doesn't open and presses against the window. Here's a nice one that's flowering. This one here is a first flower, I think. And this looks really good. Oh no, it's not a first flower. Let me see. pretty baby. Oh yes, that one. Oh, this is nice. We will take that one in. Do a time lapse with it. And look at this. Sometimes it's good to graft plants. I mean, look at the size. This isn't big. A plant of this size to flower, I mean, for the Wurlitz hybrids it happens, but that's pretty good. Grafted on a Trichocereus. These look amazing. I've had these in the time lapse and they looked insane. Very good. Everything on the top shelf looks great. But I also reached the roof now. Gotta move them down. I usually do not put stuff up there for a whole year. I usually rotate and put the plants there that currently need it the most. And sometimes it's like a sick bay, and some other days I put plants there to induce flowering. The rain is really important for a lot of them right now. I'm glad it rained. Not only for the plants, but also for myself. I was inside the whole day yesterday. It was hard to do any work. When we went outside, then only for a very short time, just to do work. We filmed a pollination video, and we had to stop at some point. It was unbearable. Just saw that there's a lot of flowering going on there. I had to cut that one back a few times already because it keeps reaching the roof, and yeah, it's not far away. Once more. Same here. Gotta cut these because, I mean, it's pressing against the roof. This one here is Imperialis, multi-hybrid between Sorensia telegona and Echinopsis irisi grandiflora. Really cool spines. Looks very good. I like these. This is a multi-hybrid Trichocereus lobivia. This is a Sorensia rosarioana. Yeah, multi-hybrids. No flowers on this one. Oh, but there. This looks great. This is an Axel Neumann hybrid. Didn't think it would flower. Validus probably not, but check out how much it has grown. This is a rooted tip cut that I took down maybe 3 years ago. This is bigger than the size it had when I got it. And it was already flowering at that time. Here's something. And I need to clean up here. Need to clear out and get everything in order. Look at all these flower buds. I mean, and this is the plant. It's full of flower buds from the other side too. Pot is pretty small. I mean, they just don't need it here. I would certainly love to plant them out though. I mean, it's not a choice. This one has failed, I think. Well, the others look like they have taken lots of good seeds here. That one was the amazing one with the apricot colored flowers. It was amazing when it opened up. Gotta be careful that this one doesn't produce too much seeds, because eventually, I mean, it needs energy to come through the winter too. Yesterday I had 2 ticks on one leg directly besides each other. It looked like a snake bite. I thought I had been bitten by an insect. Yeah, and it turned out to be 2 little tiny ticks. It was disgusting. I had watered yesterday because I'm worried about the flower buds and all. Also, there are some that still have potential to flower. This is just, I mean, of course there's a point when no more flowers are coming, but we're not close to that yet. In here, everything looks great again. I'm very happy. Over there we will have the first TPM Zelly hybrid that is flowering here. It's one of the ones that I grafted. And I'm glad that I did, because I lost a few over winter from the mealybug. It was a mealybug infestation, and we treated them very, very harsh with neem. And they made it. Most made it, but some didn't. 2 or 3 didn't. So if we are lucky, I had grafted the ones that we lost. Then we're having like a safety copy of them, you know. This one looks great. Perfect example for the species. Peruviana. And I'm sure it will look great when it's flowering. Still waiting for Teleflora. Otto Schulz had a few successful pollinations. And Amun-Re on the way. But not happening so soon. Maybe within the next 10 days or so. And here I have a lot of Lobevia on the top shelf, Pseudo-Lobevia and such. And they instantly start flowering when you put them in the sun here. I had sorted these out, but I brought them back. This is one that had a metallic-like look to it. It looked really nice, really good flowers. But I didn't like the color. But I realized the metallic kind of look. Think that's probably one of Marcus Fagera's hybrids with Cantora. He made a few that had these metallic sounding names. So I sorted it back in again. And this one here was a yellow Schaffery hybrid. I mean, Schaffery was involved as a father and came through so strongly. But I decided I'd keep it. This year I didn't have enough yellow. And it's the second year where that happened, where I felt like I needed yellow at the beginning of the season and they all take so long. So I brought that back too. And here are more plants in the rain. I want them to take in the water now, take in the natural elements, wash away all the dirt and all the insects and all that sometimes live there, like spider mites and all. When you put a plant into the rain, spider mite problem is usually no longer a thing. They can come back later, but when they are placed in the elements, they just can't form these large colonies that become a problem. Here's the Arboricola. We would see how many of those have taken. I'm just glad that it didn't break, because it almost did. These were very heavy. I had to move it a few times because however I moved it, it didn't reduce the pressure on the main column. But now it has like a little bit stability down there, and the flowers are now not so heavy anymore. Over here, this is the one with the messed up flower, waiting for these two to develop, and then it goes in again. Then I'm doing a time lapse with it. But I'll probably move it into a drier place. I don't want it to be soaking wet when I move it into the house. This looks okay. Uwe Kahle hybrid that flowered for the first time. Yep, that's the situation right now. Maybe doing another update later. But right now I'm mostly inside. I did a lot of time-lapse editing and all. And now I'm just glad that the plants have gotten a little bit water.